Have you ever wondered if the words you speak might be holding you back from the wealth you desire? Could changing a single word in your daily language unlock abundance and blessings? Today, we are uncovering 3 powerful words to avoid in the final days of December 2024 if you want to align yourself with wealth and divine blessings. These words block spiritual energy and keep opportunities away, but replacing them can shift your financial destiny. Stay with us and let us know in the comments. I'm ready for abundance. If you are serious about transforming your life. Word number 1. Can't. The first word to avoid is can't. In Islamic teachings, the concept of divine power is a cornerstone of faith. The Quran reminds believers in the verse, "Indeed, Allah has power over everything." Surah Al-Baqarah 2:284. This serves as a reminder that there are no limits to what Allah can provide or accomplish. Using the word can't reflects a lack of belief in this divine capability, which creates spiritual and mental barriers that restrict opportunities and blessings. Spiritually, the word can't resonates at a low energy frequency. It implies finality and closes the door to possibilities, making it difficult for a person to attract abundance into their life. In mystic traditions, words are considered powerful tools that can manifest reality. Saying can't repeatedly programs the mind to perceive limitations rather than seek solutions. This blocks the flow of creative energy, which is essential for achieving financial success. Islam encourages believers to maintain a mindset of hope and trust. Instead of declaring what they cannot do, individuals are taught to place their reliance on Allah and adopt a proactive approach to life. For example, instead of saying, "I can't afford this," one could say, "Inshallah, I will find a way to afford it." This shift in language not only aligns with Islamic values but also reinforces a sense of optimism and possibility. In daily life, replacing can't with empowering alternatives creates a ripple effect. It changes the way people approach challenges, encouraging them to look for opportunities instead of focusing on obstacles. For instance, when faced with a financial difficulty, replacing "I can't save money" with "I am finding ways to save money" can inspire actionable steps. This practice also cultivates gratitude, as individuals focus on what they can do rather than dwelling on perceived shortcomings. Another significant aspect of avoiding the word can't is the way it impacts prayer and supplication. When a person uses positive language, it reflects trust in Allah's ability to provide. Dua, or prayer, becomes more meaningful when paired with words that invite solutions. Instead of asking for relief while expressing doubt, believers are encouraged to pray with confidence that Allah will ease their hardships. The concept of removing can't from vocabulary is not only spiritually enriching but also practical. It aligns one's thoughts, words, and actions toward achieving goals. By doing so, individuals create a mindset that attracts abundance rather than repelling it. This small but powerful change in language can significantly alter the trajectory of financial and spiritual well-being. Ultimately, avoiding the word can't is about embracing faith in Allah's power and unlocking personal potential. It is a reminder that there are no limits to what can be achieved when trust is placed in the Creator. As the Quran promises, "And whoever relies upon Allah, then He is sufficient for him." Surah At-Talaq 65:3. By choosing words of possibility, believers open themselves to the infinite blessings that Allah has prepared for them. Word number 2. Cheap. The second word to avoid is cheap. In Islamic teachings, generosity is a highly valued virtue. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "The upper hand is better than the lower hand," referring to the idea that it is better to give than to receive. Sahih al-Bukhari 14:27. The word cheap not only conveys a scarcity mindset, but also diminishes the value of resources and blessings. It can foster a mentality of withholding rather than sharing, which goes against the spirit of abundance that Islam encourages. The word cheap often carries a negative connotation. When people use it to describe something, they associate it with low value, poor quality, or inadequacy. Spiritually, this reflects an attitude of ingratitude toward the provisions Allah has granted. Gratitude is central to attracting more blessings, as emphasized in the Quran. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you in favor. Surah Ibrahim 14:7. Using words like cheap undermines this gratitude and blocks the flow of financial and spiritual abundance. From a numerological and mystical perspective, the word cheap resonates at a low energy level, reinforcing feelings of lack. Words of abundance, on the other hand, create a high energy vibration that invites prosperity. Describing things in a positive light, even if they are affordable or budget-friendly, shifts the mindset from one of scarcity to one of appreciation. Instead of focusing on limitations, it encourages seeing value in what is available. Replacing the word cheap with alternatives like affordable or within my reach changes the way individuals perceive their financial situation. For instance, saying, "This is affordable for me," reflects a sense of capability and gratitude, while saying, "This is cheap," implies settling for less. This subtle shift in language not only creates a more positive relationship with money, but also encourages contentment and trust in Allah's provision. Generosity is another key principle tied to avoiding the word cheap. Islam places immense emphasis on giving to others, whether through charity, helping a neighbor, or simply sharing kindness. When people focus on generosity rather than frugality, they align themselves with the divine principle that wealth is a trust from Allah and meant to benefit others. The Quran encourages this attitude, and spend in the way of Allah from what we have provided you. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:254. A generous heart attracts blessings and multiplies wealth, while a stingy or overly frugal attitude can restrict it. Practical application of this principle starts with changing how one speaks about finances and possessions. Instead of calling something cheap, it is more beneficial to describe it as a blessing or a good value. This practice reinforces gratitude and shifts the focus toward the positive aspects of financial decisions. It also sets a tone of trust in Allah's sustenance, knowing that He provides according to what is best for each individual. By avoiding the word cheap, individuals can cultivate a mindset of abundance, gratitude, and generosity. This simple change in vocabulary can transform the way people view their financial resources and create a pathway to greater blessings. Trusting in Allah's wisdom and provision allows believers to move away from scarcity and toward a life of contentment and prosperity. The journey begins with choosing words that reflect faith, gratitude, and an open heart for abundance. Word number 3, impossible. The third word to avoid is impossible. In Islam, the belief in Allah's infinite power and ability is central to faith. The Quran states, "So verily, with hardship comes ease." Surah Ash-Shar 94:6. A reminder that no matter how challenging a situation may seem, Allah has the power to provide solutions and ease. Using the word impossible reflects doubt in this promise and creates mental and spiritual barriers that prevent individuals from seeking opportunities and trusting in divine wisdom. The word impossible carries a definitive tone, shutting down the possibility of change or progress. Spiritually, this kind of language undermines hope, which is a fundamental aspect of Islamic teachings. Hope, or raja, is an essential quality of a believer, as it keeps the heart aligned with Allah's mercy and the potential for change. By declaring something as impossible, individuals reject the idea that Allah's will can alter circumstances, no matter how unlikely they may appear. In addition to its spiritual implications, impossible resonates at a low vibrational frequency. This type of language creates a mindset focused on limitations rather than possibilities. Words have the power to influence thoughts, and thoughts shape actions. When someone repeatedly uses the word impossible, it diminishes their ability to recognize or seize opportunities. This can lead to a cycle of negativity, making financial growth and success harder to achieve. Instead of saying impossible, Islam encourages believers to rely on Allah and trust in His plans. Replacing this word with phrases like possible through Allah's will shifts the focus from personal limitations to divine intervention. For example, instead of saying, "It's impossible to start a business with my current finances," one could say, "With Allah's help, I will find a way to start my business." This shift in language reinforces faith and fosters a proactive approach to challenges. The importance of avoiding impossible also extends to dua or supplication. When believers make dua, they are encouraged to ask for even the seemingly unattainable, trusting that nothing is beyond Allah's capability. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said, "Call upon Allah while being certain of being answered." Sunan at-Tirmidhi, 3479. This certainty is the opposite of the doubt expressed by words like impossible. A positive and hopeful attitude in prayer invites blessings and solutions that may not have been considered impossible. Begin with mindfulness of speech. Replacing negative phrases with ones that affirm trust in Allah's plan can transform the way individuals approach challenges. When faced with difficulties, choosing words that inspire hope rather than reinforce despair creates a pathway to success. Surrounding oneself with supportive and optimistic individuals also helps maintain a positive outlook. By eliminating the word impossible from their vocabulary, believers open themselves to the infinite possibilities Allah has prepared for them. It is a reminder that no situation is beyond His control, and that even the most insurmountable challenges can be overcome with faith and effort. This shift in language, paired with trust in Allah's power, transforms obstacles into opportunities and creates a life rich with blessings and potential. By avoiding these three words, can't, cheap, and impossible, you align your mindset with faith, gratitude, and abundance, opening doors to blessings you never imagined. Comment below which word you are ready to remove from your life and replace with trust in Allah. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights to transform your spiritual and financial journey.